I'm Eric, I'm a game designer, and today we're going to discuss the world design of the Kingdom's Edge within Hollow Knight. Analyze how the Kingdom's Edge pretends to be something which it actually isn't, and how it uses a high-risk system to test your skills and patience. The Kingdom's Edge is interesting in the sense that it provides a dynamic experience. It is drastically different depending on your point of entry, whether you start from the sewers or find your way through the City of Tears. Where you begin heavily influences your first encounter with the Kingdom's Edge, whether you will be climbing your way up or actually going down instead. This extensive open area going all the way from the bottom to the top can be observed as the central space of the Kingdom's Edge. The enemies and platforming sections you encounter in this space aren't more difficult than anything you've encountered before. Instead, it is an endurance test of patience and perseverance, because any small mistake can have a high cost. Not really a cost of lives and whether you will survive or not, but a time cost. You will have to go back all the way up if you fall down, which can lead to frustration. Instead of testing the capacity of your skills, how well you can execute one particular task, there's the challenge of maintaining a consistent level of performance over a longer period of time. Instead of doing a sprint, you're now running a marathon. What is worthy to note is how the Kingdom's Edge uses signifiers to explain and urge you to explore. In this case, you have the gladiators falling down, not only signaling that you should be careful with your jumps, because there is a high risk attached to the action. These falling gladiators are also luring you in to explore more. You've never seen these creatures anywhere before, and they must be coming from somewhere, giving you a goal to being in the Kingdom's Edge. The Kingdom's Edge pretends to be this empty area, where nothing is to be found, in accordance with the theme of the edge of the world. There's no value in being there, because there shouldn't be anything to find. However, the Kingdom's Edge is full of secrets. Secrets you can find behind walls, or by destroying the ground. These secrets are plentiful, but you will never discover any of them if you just follow the main path. If you don't try to go out of your way to find these hidden locations, you will believe there is nothing there. But on the contrary, there is much fortune to be found. The Kingdom's Edge likes to pretend. Pretend there is nothing there, but also pretend there is no danger for you to concern yourself about. But this false sense of security, of confidence, is the dangerous part about this area. Unknowingly, the area guides you to treacherous locations, with many mosquitoes there trying to trample you down. The moment you jump through a hole, you may just find yourself in a situation where there's only one way to escape, and that way is full of danger. In previous episodes of the world design of Hollow Knight, we touched upon mechanics which were specifically tied to an area. For example, were the concepts of spikes introduced in Forgotten Crossroads, or the acid within Green Path. In Kingdom's Edge, there's not necessarily a new mechanic. Instead, the old mechanic of spikes is developed upon, a natural evolution in challenge and variety. For example, spikes are more frequently used in combination with enemies, requiring you to put a greater emphasis on when you are going to dash from an enemy attack and where you're going to dash to avoid hitting the spikes. The Kingdom's Edge may feel empty, with little new mechanics, enemies which aren't particularly challenging, and relatively easy platforming sections. But if you go out of your way and are willing to explore, you will realize that the emptiness was just there to disguise the actual challenge. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Game Designer Plays. Next week we will be discussing the Colosseum of Fools in more detail. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And then I hope to see you back in my next video. See you there! Bye bye!